I pulled out some of my wife's stuff here. Just taking a measurement on some of her shorter tops and so forth. Okay, this one I'm measuring 33 inches. And I'm measuring to right here on the loop. You got to measure right to there. Okay, so I'm measuring this other one. That one's 33. This one here is 35. That's from the bottom to the loop right here. Okay. So I know if I have it 39 inches, I should have enough room, a little bit of clearance on the shelf in between for shoes and that kind of thing. So 39 inches is going to work. Class is now open. Do you remember when I was telling you before, from this point down to the ground we were going to measure and we wanted 78 inches? I ended up making it 78 inches to here. And then I told you we're going to split the shelves in two different increments, 39 inches and 39 inches. Well, I did that for a reason. I explained that. Now that made sense, didn't it? Going from here. Well, this is what's going to happen if you think like that. Okay, I wanted 39 inches, remember? From the ground up. Ground up to this edge, right? Okay. We got 39 inches from here down. So that was good. That worked out fine, right? So now we should have 39 inches left to the top, right? Well, I'm measuring from that top of the bottom shelf on up, and I got 37 inches. We got 37. What's the deal? Well, here's why. Do you remember? 39 inches to there, and then we went up another 39 inches, but you got to allow for the thickness of the shelf, which is 2 inches. Now I did that whole scenario for a reason, because I'm going to have 39 inches from here down. If you remember, most of the clothes we're going to put in here are 33 inches or so. That'll leave a little bit of room for shoes and that kind of stuff. And then from here down I got 37 inches, and that'll still allow for sandals and that kind of stuff here. And I knew that was going to happen, but I wanted to go through that whole scenario so that you would think about it, because I don't want you would have pushed the top shelf up, and then you would have got ready for this one and thought, uh-oh, I've got to raise this top shelf up 2 inches and I've already installed it. What's up with that? So you always got to think about your project ahead of time. I know you got to add, measure, do all kinds of stuff. Don't forget the thickness of your shelf and that kind of stuff. Now this would have went up 2 more inches. It would have been harder for her to reach that top shelf. Plus, the way I've got it figured now, had I have done that, I wouldn't have been able to slide some bigger plastic containers up there. I've got like 16.5 inches left. My plastic container's 12 inches, but to fit it up in here, I got to put it up at an angle and then lay it down flat. The only way to do that is to allow more room up there, and so it just barely hits the ceiling before I can flop it down and it will fit up there. Okay? Now, had I raised this top shelf 2 inches higher, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So there's another something you want to think about. What are you going to use for your top shelf? Do you have any particular boxes or things of that nature that have to fit exactly in there? Does it make a difference? Do you have to raise this or lower this down an inch to get whatever you want up there? There's lots of things you got to think about when you put these shelf units up. I want to show you that container I was talking about. See this big container? It's only 12 inches tall, but I can't get it up in there because there's not enough room unless I put it at an angle like this. And you think this is going to fit? Look at this. There. Just like that. And there it goes. If we want to put something like this up here, if you want to put something up here like this, you can. Had I have raised this shelf 2 inches higher, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Because the top, see right there, the back side of it's hitting the ceiling. And I got just slightly more room to slide this down here like this. So what I'm saying is, think about your storage needs and how you're going to put stuff up there. Yeah, maybe you don't need a box like that. Maybe you can put something up here this way, swivel it, and put it in there and have it come out this way, or whatever. Smaller boxes, what have you. Or stack things up there. Stack it, stack it, stack it. You know, just kind of go through the process, because storage, if your storage is limited like it is here, you got to think about it a little bit before you start installing your shelves.